side of this. Yep. She did not have a heal ready for him, so he goes down to the passive from Reginald.
Ash did launch an arrow up there, but the arrow just whiffed again. She's whiffed quite a few arrows this game, actually, which is, you know, it's
they've all been long-range ones. She hasn't actually shot any in her own lane, has she?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you can't really expect an Ash arrow to hit all the time, but if they do, those are the sexy ones.
I think that's the third whiff, the one that I've seen so far this game.
So I'm curious if they can push this bottom lane in time. I don't think they'll be able to, and if they do, it'd be dangerous. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and back out. They had enough creeps there they could have potentially taken it, but they might have lost 1 or 2 people in the process.
I think Ash saw him place that ward, and she's gonna call Tarek over to kill it. Yeah, that's a good play.
Yep, there you go. So let's see, we've got a Nocturne now building up. He's got his 2 gold per 5s. This is what I usually see him do, the Wriggles and then 2 gold per 5s. And he'll just use that to build up gold for the late game. I feel like Nocturne is more of a kind of like a snowball jungler, kind of like the old Eve. You know, like but he's better than that because like he gets really good if he gets a lot of farm or kills. But he's not completely shut down if he doesn't, such as the old Eve. If you know what I mean.
Oh wow, Nocturne picking up that red buff.
Q. Yeah, I guess he didn't have a smite or he wasn't expecting to get it stolen.
I think it did more damage than they were expecting because that was like 20% of that creep's mob's health. I heard a smite go off though, which
maybe
is why
he did smite it because that's how he saw it as he CV'd, and so potentially Nocturne smited.
Yeah, I did hear someone cast a smite. So either the other team smited, missed it, and then the Q finished it, or Nocturne landed the smite. I'm not sure which it was.
That sounds about right. So right now I have to say I've seen some really good play by the Odd One. He's done a great job. He's counter jungled this game. He's put a lot of pressure on bottom lane. While he didn't get the gank off, he put so much pressure that he forced them to lose out on CS quite a bit. And then he's able to grab that. I mean, just everything that I've seen from him so far has been really spot on.
Man, if you look at the, oh wow, this is the patch where Nidalee traps still show wards.
Yeah, that I'm telling you, this is a couple months ago patch, and by a couple I mean like 1.5 at least. It was Vayne patch. If you think about it, that's at least maybe like 2 months, I think.
So it looks like TSM's going to pick up this top tower uncontested again. I'm really worried here about TGM. I really don't see any way that they can get this lead again. Tarek walking right past the ward. That was a little odd.
Yeah, it takes a little while for it to update. Isn't that right? So you have to walk. You'll walk past it, and then you have to walk back to it because it'll pop up right after you walk past it.
I think it's just some people don't notice it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it really takes time to show up. I mean, if it's there and you walk past it, it's going to show up right when you get in range.
Oh, this is going to be bad for Warwick. He is going to get stunned by both Mbumu. And, but Nocturne's going to come in and maybe actually save him. I think that he's going to be fine as long as he just run out of there. But now Nocturne's in a bad position. If there's a stun going off, he does have his flash. Oh, but the Ash Arrow comes in just in the perfect timing. That's going to pick him up, but Nocturne will actually not die. Oh, yeah, he will. Okay.
Oh no, Alistar's here.
Alistar's here. Reginald's going to be in trouble. That Ignite is going to just finish him off on the last tick, it looked like. And the Rain Man's still alive. He's just being unkillable right now. That original gank was for the Rain Man and ended up killing 2 other people instead. Oh,
yeah, really seeing the strengths of Alistar here, you know.
Yeah, Alistar did a great job of getting there just in time, but they stayed in a little too long, and now Chaos was able to catch back up and pick him off. Let's see how many. I think that's 3 people that died for TGM, right? Or maybe. Well, it was Tarek, right? And then Alistar just died.
Well, TSM took 2 deaths there, or yeah, TSM took 2 deaths there, and TGM took 3 deaths.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that actually worked out better for TSM. They stayed in just a little bit too long. It would have been fine if they had gotten out of there, but they tried to take more kills than they were able to.
Well, I think part of it too is Corki was able to get to that lane before Ash by quite a significant margin, so I'm not quite sure if what Ash was doing there. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but when Corki got there, I mean, Corki helped clean that up, and Ash was still walking, and Ash had shot the original arrow that hit, so you would expect that she had been on her way the whole time, but so it doesn't make, I mean, Corki does have Valkyrie, but that doesn't really explain how he got there so much quicker than she did. Oh, he does have
I wasn't
Trinity
watching
Force.
them on the minimap coming up, but I'm just guessing he had started walking there as soon as that fight started. So that's a good thing to note is that he saw the fight happening, and you know generally you would think, oh, there's no way I can get there in time. I'm just going to continue doing stuff down here, but I think that just kind of shows the higher level skill play that he used to get up there and say, okay, well, if I get up there, I'm eventually going to catch somebody, and that's what ended up happening. And there we go.
Oh, yeah, and also... Oh, they're gonna go ahead and pick up this dragon again. Sorry about that. Also, though, I just was, thinking about it more. And they have Janna, so that's 3% movement speed increase. He has Trinity Force, which is another 12% movement speed increase. And he also has his Valkyrie, so that does make sense why he got there so much quicker than her.
Right.
But I'm not sure if he had the Trinity Force when that fight actually... I think he might have bought it after that, but I'm not sure.
I do like that he went straight for the Trinity Force. That gives him a lot more burst here at this point in the game. Rather, you see a lot of people when they go the solo Corki, I guess they'll go for the amount of movement is more standard when you solo, and then quick Trinity Force is kind of the more standard when you're actually in a duo lane, at least from what I've seen lately.
Yeah, I also like that he went for a Quicksilver Sash against the amount of CC that their team has.
Yeah, to counter out that Warwick mostly, but they also have the Amumu, Ashe, and the Tarek stun.
Well, yeah, well, I think the biggest thing here is, though, what Alistair should definitely focus Corki then, though, because the one thing Quicksilver Sash doesn't counter is knockups. Nothing counters knockups in this game. So
right.
I think he'll have to have maybe Alistair focus Corki and allow Ashe and Nidalee to focus down the brand.
Oh, he's going to miss that. No, he's not. Okay.
I mean, this Alistair's burst damage is definitely noticeable at this point in the game. I think that Gold Pro 5 is starting to help out a little because, yeah, he's you kind of see Alistair being really strong mid game, but this is pretty much towards the later end of mid game. So
yeah, he picked up the Sheen to help him out with his burst because usually you'll try and go for like a quick death cap. In this case, he did get shut down a little bit, and the Sheen. He has like one of the higher base damages, I believe. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think he has one of the highest. So that Sheen is really great on him. And yeah, he does have the needlessly large as well. So both teams are just trying to pick up their own jungle. You saw we just picked up a red on both sides here. And I'm guessing that with the ward placement that both teams are going to be looking to defend the mid area here. But TSM has the clear advantage in that they have only one tower down, while TGM has to try and push a tower. TSM can go anywhere that they want and be safe. They're not going to be like, oh, hey, we have to go push this tower. No, they can basically roam as 5, put wards everywhere, and just catch people or catch TGM as they're going to push a tower. So it's really, the pace is set by TSM in that they took those towers first.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really seeing how TGM is going to come back here. They really can't do anything with Baron. They'd have to win a 5v5, but with Nidalee, they have no damage. I really think the Nidalee pick is what's screwing them here, because typically speaking, you would say, okay, we're losing right now because we're not 5v5ing, because their team is better at picking people off with the Nocturne, but you have no other answer. What I mean is, like, you can't be like, okay, let's 5v5, because you'll lose 5v5 too with Nidalee. It doesn't make sense why they would do that.
Yeah, right now, what you usually see with the Nidalee pick is she's just going to go ahead and continue pushing that top lane while they group up as 4 and hold off TSM. Rather than seeing that, though, they are actually grouping up as 5 and going for some kind of engage. Oh, there's the Ashe Arrow's going to whip everyone. It was just barely nicked off of Rainman and missed him. I know he felt the air on that one.
Yeah, that's quite a few whiffed arrows this game.
Yeah, I haven't really seen one hit, except for that one up in the top triangle bush.
Yeah, on the Nocturne.
Which was decent. That was a pretty good arrow, actually. It didn't actually...
That did get the Nocturne kill.
It killed Nocturne. Yeah, you're right. Nocturne was the one that was running away, so it did kill Nocturne.
Although it looks like TSM's going to go for the Baron here. I mean, I can't blame him, really.
They've got a lot of damage. Once you put Brand's passive on Baron, the damage it does is crazy.
Well, and also, like, they want to force the 5v5. Oh, wow, Warwick getting isolated here.
Yeah, I don't think he did his ultimate, but he just ran in there. Yeah, he's really low right now. That Ignite's not going to kill him. He's just going to stand inside of Janelle. The odd one actually picks up Faxon. Great job on that. And now they are all split. They're going to get destroyed. So that is a great fight for TSM's favor. They baited out that Baron, and I like what they did. Instead of continuing to go for Baron, this is what you see a lot of people mess up on, is they will go for Baron, and when the other team comes, they're like, oh, hurry up, we got to finish Baron. What TSM did instead was they actually decided to move out. They moved into an area where Baron would stop hitting them, and they won that fight, and at this point they can pick up Baron no problem. And that was actually a GG call from TGM. I don't know if they're actually going to surrender, but...
I'm not seeing a surrender vote on this end. I think they're going to go ahead and play it out.
Yeah, that was Tryptamine, I guess. Tryptamine doesn't feel too good about the game, but they're going to go ahead and finish it off like champs.
I mean, I can't really blame him in terms of his understanding that, and there are other people waiting in the brackets, so, I mean, I wouldn't be too, I mean, it's the first round, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they did just, you know, forfeit at this point.
Ash is doing fairly strong now, but if you notice in that last fight, they just didn't have the support that you would be expecting because, again, we talked about this. Their team comp is now, within Italy, it's more relying on keeping that Ash up, and instead what happened was the odd one just ran straight up, killed Ash, no problem. Like, no one really supported her well enough. I don't think she did anything that fight because she was literally just running from him, and he was just boom, 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 hitting her, feared, dead.
Well, yeah, and I definitely think like you'll see the Nocturne ult. Wow, they're really good on these dragon timers, by the way. They got there right when it spawns again.
The odd one calls them. He types it in the chat, the exact time, like 32:09 dragon, 38:07 Baron, like the exact second he knows when it's going to be up. So they know the importance of those team-wide buffs and how that snowballs their team, and they've gotten everyone because of that.
Yeah, I'm only sitting at 150 gold right now. How about you?
I'm at 1,510, and I'm about to hit level 3.
Oh my good.
And that's with the Dorian's Blade being bought as well.
That's a lot of gold.
For each person on the team, exactly, it is.
Yeah, I definitely think, though, that the Nocturne ult, that last fight, really turned that fight, because I think what happened is TGM, they didn't really have a plan. Like, they didn't talk about, okay, if Nocturne ults, let's all run to the left, right? Just as an example. So they all scattered. Nidalee went to the right, Ash went to the left, Amumu was kind of in the middle, everyone was just everywhere. And that's why Ash was able to die so quickly. Nidalee wasn't even there to support her. Nidalee went mid lane and started DPSing mid lane turret. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but...
Well, during the fight, she was actually closer to Baron. It looks like she actually ran in Panther form, tried to DPS some people rather than staying back and supporting with heals and auto attack and spears. That's usually what I see when I see the Nidalee players. During the team fights, they don't go Cougar form. They'll stay back and throw spears and heal. And then whenever the team fight breaks up and they run away, then that's when she goes into Cougar form and starts chasing people. So I don't know what she was doing, to be honest. I feel like the Nidalee play here hasn't been as strong as what we'd expect to see from someone who's more skilled, like Hot Shot or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, I can't really comment more than that because I've never actually played Nidalee. It's just what I've seen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's just because of her lack of farm. She just doesn't have damage like you would expect from her spears anyways. She's only got a needlessly large rod and a blasting wand for AP. I mean, the Gunsto's Rage Blade is a tad bit of AP, but that's more for pushing towers than it is for using it on your Q.
Yeah, I'm curious why she went for that.
Well, it is really good for pushing towers, but as you can see, her Q does literally nothing. It didn't even move his HP. Janna's shield does more damage, like absorbs more damage than his Q, because of the lack of farm and the lack of AP.
Yeah, I'm saying I feel like she would have. Okay, we are going to have an engage here, or at least it looks like they're going to. Maybe was trying to get something going on. There's an Ashe onto Reginald, but they're not going to be able to follow up on it. They just don't have enough strength right now. They're so weak compared to TSM that if they were trying to engage, see, TSM's already back to full health, and they don't even have a healer. They just have shields and...
That's weird. The tower was locked on Warwick and not shooting on my screen.
Huh. It's kind of weird. There was a flash being wasted there. Faxon keeps going out in the front and getting poked down, but the heals from Nidalee are at least keeping her up. That's pretty much the only thing they have going for them at this tower, but eventually it will go down.
Well, it's interesting that they keep focusing damage on this Warwick, and then he just goes up there and heals it back up again on the next wave.
Yeah, look at that. It did almost no damage to him. I saw that spear hit him. It was pretty much a max range spear.
Great damage here on Corky, but
oh,
Jonas
Corky will go down to that
the
ignite from
going
him.
down.
Yeah, Faxon's gonna pick that kill up on him, and they are gonna be pushed back here.
Yeah, it's definitely a good kill on Corky though, and great play by Alistar. Alistar definitely showing his true colors here. if he gets on brand, I think he can do the same thing.
Yeah, regardless of that though, this tower is still taking damage, and that was a 1-for-1 fight because Ash did die.
Yeah.
So they'll probably, yeah, they're gonna go ahead and finish off this tower right now, knowing that Mumu's ultimate is down. He can't stop them from doing so. Ooh, is he gonna die? I don't think so, but he's getting really low. If he didn't have that heal from Crumbs. Yeah, they do have a triple heal team. You have to think about that, but they're getting out pushed. It's kind of the funny thing.
Well, I really just have to say, I mean, I gotta pin it on that Nidalee pick. They don't have that hero that's there to just burst them down like
that's right.
Or whatever.
We were just saying that like they have all the initiate, but they don't have the damage. That is exactly what I was trying to talk about in the chance select. Is that I feel like the team comp, while it's strong with initiate, it just doesn't have any follow-up associated with it.
I mean, I really wish they had picked Malzahar this game, because Malzahar would have been extremely effective against this entire team comp. I mean, basically you could just sit in the back and wait for that Nocturne to try to get your Ashe, and then lock him down with your ulti, and be like, yeah, what? I mean, really, that's all you needed to do, and that would completely change the flow of this game. That basically, if you were to lock down Nocturne when he went on Ashe with your ulti as Malzahar, then your Ashe is 100% free, the DPS. Just stand there and DPS. No one else can get to her besides Nocturne. With a team like this, with this much CC, and it looks like they're going to pick up a kill here on Amumu if they hurry up.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. Oh, wow!
Oh.
That missile. It looked like it hit him, but it did not.
He was off by only about a pixel.
It had to have been. I mean, I'm guessing that he was kind of mad about that one. That was really close.
He's probably like, oh well.
Yeah, I was like, whatever, we already won.
Yeah, pretty much.
So in this game, I think that there's a couple things that TGM probably could have done better. Obviously, the Nidalee pick was one of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe that is just a big part of it. They lost every lane in CS, so I'm not sure what to say about that. Like what they could have done better. I don't know why the Nidalee lost her lane in the beginning. That's
the thing, though. It's because they didn't. Okay, if they had Annie would have been mid, and Alistar would have been top against Warwick, which is fine. So Annie might not have done. Oh,
there's an arrow going in the odd one. He'll probably be fine. Just gonna walk back. There's the ultimate on two. Looks like Ashe is gonna get focused once again. She will make it out this time. She actually had her flash, but Mumu goes down. And now Alistar is kind of caught out of position with with Corky on him. Boom! Getting blown up as well. Nidalee gets pushed back from. Oh, it looks like he chased that Ashe around. He's just kind of soloing. No, he was actually with Tarek.
Well, I mean, they figured they might as well just pull him out like this because their base is getting killed.
Oh, did you see that? The Rayman actually teleported top to chase down Nidalee. I don't think he's going to be able to kill her because he doesn't have his ultimate. Maybe he will because he can outrun her. Yeah, he actually will. Oh, no, she jumps over. That's perfect.
What will happen first? Will Warwick kill Nidalee, or will TSM win the game?
Yeah, I think that he doesn't care because he knows they're going to win this. Oh! He's going to stop her from being. Let's see if he can kill her before the game ends. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. GG. That was funny. Alright, well that was pretty good. So I have to give that one MVP status to the odd one. Every single fight he destroyed Ashe, even though they technically had the support to deal with it. They just did not handle it in the way that they should have. And either way, I mean the entire team played well. Every lane got out farmed. So outplayed on every single lane.
Yeah, there wasn't much he can do.
Anyways, that's going to be it for that one. So they will move on to the winner's bracket, and we'll have to decide which game we can cast.